beat him in 5 rounds. Alexander Yakov beat him on a disqualification. Pietro Orino, the Italian, beat him on a disqualification. Vincenzo Rossito stopped him in 3. Firat Arslan stopped him in 3. Richel Herzizia beat him in a round. And last time out, he was beaten in 2 rounds in Spain by Leif Larson. So, you know, he's by no means a great fighter. No names so far on the name of Denis Boytsov, with the exception of O'Neill Murray. Big Reds, you may know him as, early this year. Big Reds boxed Boytsov and sadly got done in the first.
Second out.
I say sadly because he's a mate of mine. So round 2 then, let's just hope this one's got a bit more bite to it. We don't want another Audley Harrison, Danny Williams, do we? So Boytsov there waving his right hand around. That's not a lot of good. You've got to use the right hand. If his 11th straight win. Don't forget, he's only ever once gone into the second round previously. So, well, if Petranyi takes in the full second round here, bit of history on the cards for Boytsov. Not at all impressed here by Boytsov tactics. Got to cut them off and cut them down. Don't even think that Petranyi's good at what he does and he knows how to escape and keep out of trouble. That's complete nonsense. He's allowed to get away with it. That's the problem. Well, that's slightly better now from Boytsov. He went chasing the punch. Didn't come to much. So this Austrian crowd then so far have been quite tolerant of this. Well, it's not exactly Dempsey Furpo, is it? As Jim Brady would have said. My old mate Jim, sadly no longer with us. Well, you can't, of course, give them no points apiece. You know, I suspect that they've gone for Boytsov in the first round by 10-9, as they probably will here. Because let's face it, Petranyi's done absolutely nothing. Oh, well, he gets in there with the right hand, right on the bell to end the second round. Will he get up and go to the third? I don't think he will. Well, he's all over the place. It's all out. It's all over then here for Petranyi in the second round. So Boytsov then does not get a bit of history for himself here by going into the third. Now, Artur Grigorian in that corner can't be happy about that. He's a former WBO champion, you may remember. And let's just watch this again. I wasn't overly convinced. In fact, I'm still not. It wasn't a great punch, was it? Or was it? It had the desired effect, of course it did, but, well, whether it was good or not remains to be seen. So, a TKO win for Denis Boytsov against, well, a man by the name of Zoltan Petranyi of Hungary. Well, you can't argue with the finish, but I'm afraid the lead up to the finish was poor. No doubt about that. Poor from both men. And Boytsov, as I said before, you've got to cut them down. You've got to cut them off before you go in for the finish. which he never did. And there's, well, it was almost a glancing blow, really, wasn't it? But it was sufficient. It wasn't the greatest right hand I've ever seen land. And I'm sorry, with the trainer's attitude like that, whether it's Artur Grigorin or not, you should really be having a pop here at Boytsov, because that just wasn't good enough. Will he ever get any better with that kind of attitude, I wonder? Here we go then for the official verdict.
Meine Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, der Kampf endete nach 2 Minuten und 58 Sekunden in
2 minutes 58 seconds.
The fight stopped after 2 minutes and 58 seconds in round number 2. Sieger durch K.O., winner by way of knockout, is therefore aus Hamburg, from Hamburg, Denis Boytsov.
So Denis Boytsov then fails once again to go into the 3rd round.